Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a most beautiful princess was born. So happy were the king and queen, they proclaimed a grand feast to celebrate the birth of the child. From all parts of the land, the people came marching with their gifts.
Hail to the king, here are gifts that we bring to the child. With gold for a crown, crimson silk for a gown, from the shops and our oaths we come marching. Hail to the king, here are gifts that we bring to the child. With wool from a sheep and the wheat that we reap, now the shepherds and farmers come marching.
At that time, there were still fairies in the land, and the king and queen wanted to invite them, too. But at the last minute, the cook came running to the king.
Oh, Your Majesty, we can't invite all the fairies to the feast.
Why not, may I ask? The fairies have always been good friends to my people.
But there are 13 fairies, and we have only 12 tiny golden dishes from which the fairies can eat.
Only 12 dishes, eh? Well, then, we will invite 12 of the fairies.
And the 12 fairies came. And while the people of the land marched and feasted in the great hall of the palace, the fairies ate from the 12 tiny golden dishes. Then they came to where the princess slept in her cradle to give their fairy gifts. I give her the gift of sweet sleep, whispered a fairy of gold, and softly she sang over the sleeping princess. And I give her a flock of silver birds to sing to her when she awakes, said a fairy of silver. She waved her wand, and a flock of silver birds flew into the room singing. And I give her a Prince Charming to marry, cried a lilac fairy. He will be the most handsome prince, and she will be the most beautiful princess in all the world. But even as she spoke, there was a great shout. The air grew dark throughout the palace, and the 13th fairy, whom the king had not invited, appeared suddenly before them.
I am Catabute, and I am very angry because I was not invited to this feast. But now I have come, and here is my gift for the princess. When she is 16, the spindle of a spinning wheel shall prick her hand, and she will fall asleep for 100 years.
With these words, she vanished. The next day, the king called together the 3 wisest men of his kingdom to ask their advice. How can we prevent the princess from pricking her hand, said the king. Yes, indeed, said the 3 wise men. Let us think about it. And the first wise man thought about it.
I have it. We'll send the princess far, far away.
No, said the king. The second wise man thought even longer about it.
I have it. We'll watch the princess night and day.
No, said the king. The third wise man thought longest of all about it.
I have it. Every spindle in the land must be destroyed.
Yes, said the king. And immediately messengers went forth to the 4 corners of the land to see that every spinning wheel was destroyed. The king's order was obeyed, and the sound of spinning was heard no more. Well, the years went by, and the baby grew up to be a most beautiful princess. Every year for her birthday, the king and queen made her a ball. But of course, on the princess's 16th birthday, they remembered Catabute's evil wish.
Today is the day when Catabute said our daughter would fall asleep for 100 years.
Have no fear, my queen. For 16 years there has been no spindle or spinning wheel in the land. Let the ball go on, for no harm can come to our princess.
And the ball went on, and the friends of the princess danced and sang together.
If you'll be my partner, then sing 1, 2, 3 and come dancing with me. Hear bells ringing through our singing, as everyone counts 1, 2, 3.
As the guests danced and sang, the princess wandered away by herself down an old path in the palace garden. At the end of the path, she came to a door in a tower she had never seen before. She opened the door and began to climb the winding stairs. Nearer and nearer as she climbed came the sound of a spinning wheel. At last she came to a room at the top of the tower. There sat Catabute, singing and spinning.
Spin it so, round and round, heel and toe. Spin it so, round and round, now you go. Faster, 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 like a spinning wheel around it. Faster, 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 till you tumble to the ground.
Faster and faster whirled the spinning wheel, and closer came the princess. At last she touched the whirling point of the spindle. It pricked her hand, and she fell to the ground. But the good fairies still watched over her. Oh, what can we do, the fairies wondered, now that Catabute's wish has come true? Well, her wish has come true, answered the Lilac Fairy, and the princess must sleep just as she is for 100 years. But remember, my own fairy wish must come true, too. Let all the princess's friends fall asleep by her side, and the 100 years will pass like a dream. And then Prince Charming will come to awaken the princess.